Hi, it's Coach Seth from Wanna Try Coaching. Been getting a lot of questions from our first-time Ironman athletes wondering, what the heck do you do with these? It's your Ironman transition bag. There's actually 5 of them, and today I'm going to show you how to use them. Okay, so bag number 1 is your morning dry clothes bag. The key to this bag is that when you get to transition, in the morning it's going to be cold, you're going to have layers of clothes on, and you're also going to need to change into your wetsuit at some point. So the first thing you need to do is, when you're ready to put on your wetsuit, pull your wetsuit out of this bag, and along with anything else you're going to want for the swim. I always keep an extra cap for cold water swims, some wetsuit spray, some Glide in here, and then what I do is I take off my sweatpants, sweatshirt, everything else is going to go back in this bag. Then at the end of the day, what happens when I'm done with the race is that my wetsuit is actually going to be in a different bag. It's going to be in my swim to bike bag, and this bag is going to have my dry clothes. So when I'm done with the race, I can go grab this bag and change into my dry clothes and get on my wet race gear. Alright, next bag we're going to look at is the swim to bike bag. Okay, so I know this is a 70.3 bag, but the drill is the same. The bags are exactly the same size, and the only thing you need to worry about with each bag is what goes in that bag. So if it says a bike gear bag, you guessed it, that's where all your bike stuff goes. And everything you're going to wear on the ride, regardless of the conditions, has to fit in that bag. So here's a look at what I typically include for a colder weather race. Got my race belt with my number on it, my shoes, socks, sunglasses, helmet. For really cold weather races, I always pack in arm warmers or a vest, and gloves, of course. Alright, you've just gotten out of the water. The wetsuit strippers are taking your wetsuit off. You're running through transition with the wetsuit under your arm. You're going to make your way around the big area around the beach park to the area where the bags are. You're going to get to swim the bike bags. You're going to call out your number, and your volunteer is going to hand you your bike bag. Then you're going to want to run back to the change tent. When you get to the change tent, first thing you want to do is assess how busy the tent is. If you're a slower swimmer, maybe an hour and a half, hour 45, 2-hour mark, you probably don't want to go in the tent. It's probably going to be packed and make getting into your bike gear more difficult. I like staying on the outside of the tent regardless of what my swim time is, because there's more light and you can see what you're doing. So find a nice spot, either inside or outside the tent. Wetsuit goes on the ground. Then you start digging through your bike bag. The key to this, when you load it, is load it in the reverse order that you want to put your gear on. I always put my helmet in on the top. So after I drop my wetsuit, I just start going through my bag. Race belt, I put that in my helmet. Glasses, helmet, buckle it. Then shoes, obviously. If I'm going to wear socks, I put my socks in my shoes as a cue to I need to know to put them on. I don't have to dig through the rest of my bag. Then whatever clothing I want to put on before I leave transition. Once I'm confident I've got all the gear I want out of my bike bag, the wetsuit goes inside. And I drop this off to a friendly volunteer as I leave transition. Right outside the tent is usually where these bags can be found. Another thing to think about is your shoes. The beach park is a grassy area, so it's not too difficult to run in your bike shoes through transition as you pick up your bike. You don't have to run on pavement in these, so it's pretty easy. If you absolutely do not like running in your bike shoes, the other thing you can do is just carry your bike shoes in your hand. When you get your bike, a volunteer may or may not be able to give your bike to you. Hold your bike in one hand, shoes in the other, run to the mountain line, put your shoes on, hop on your bike, and you're off on the ride. Alright, bag number 2 is the run bag. It's pretty simple here. Everything goes in your run bag, just like the bike bag, except this is for your run gear. I usually go pretty lean, so inside the run bag, what I usually have are my shoes, fresh socks, a hat, and then some form of electrolyte. A lot of people that we coach love Noon, and they'll just carry a tuna noob with them on the run. This also makes a good place to put your electrolyte tablets or salt tablets if you use those, or I typically use something like this for salt. It's just an old school coin purse. Works pretty well. Woo! Alright. I've just ridden 112 miles. I'm back to the change tent. I've picked up my run bag. I still have all my back gear on. Why? Because it's a lot easier to run through transition with all your stuff on and starting to carry it in one hand with your bike bag in the other hand. It's okay to go in the tent for this go around. Just remember, they have rows and rows of chairs in there. You'll be sitting in there with dozens of your best friends. It's really easy to just get sidetracked and want to do this. Woo! Can't believe that ride. It was so windy. Alright. There's going to be lots of conversation like that going on around you. People saying they're tired. People saying they can't do this. Whatever they're saying, ignore it. Tune it out. Always keep moving. Sit down, take a seat, quickly assess yourself. Tell yourself you feel great no matter what. Tell yourself you're going to nail this run. And start digging through your bike gear. I usually start by taking off my bike shoes and socks. I'll put on fresh socks for the run. I'll grab my shoes, put my running shoes on. Helmet comes off. I can leave my glasses on. Put my hat on. Put my bike shoes back in the bag. I grab my electrolytes and I'm out of here. I've done both transitions. I'm going to do the run, 26.2 miles. I'm going to finish the race. I'm going to feel fantastic. It's a huge accomplishment. Whether you've done one or a dozen Ironmans, it always feels the same. It feels fantastic. So good luck to everybody racing. Before I sign off, just a couple things. There's also 2 special needs bags. There's a bike special needs bag. You can access that on the second run of the bike course. Like the run special needs bag, basically anything you want that you are craving. It could be special food, it could be more gear, more clothing, extra tubes, whatever it is, that's what goes in that bag. I've never accessed the bike special needs bag, but I usually put in a couple tubes and some CO2 in that bag, and some extra gel or something if there's something off the course that, if the course is using nutrition I don't like, I usually keep my special stuff in my bag. The run special need bag is a little different. I've accessed this every time I've done Ironman. What I typically include in the special needs bag for the run is a long sleeve shirt. For Arizona, some years it's gotten cool after the sun goes down. Those of us now lucky enough to finish in the light, it's nice to have a warm layer, or if it could be raining anything, it'd be nice to have that clothing. Again, better to be safe than sorry. If I have food that I prefer, I'll pack this in the special needs bag. The other thing that I typically put in here, I'll freeze a Coke the night before, put that in here. I've used Red Bull as well. And then when Coach Sarah and I have done Ironman the same years, we actually made each other little cards with special messages to each other, placed those in each other's bags, and that is fantastic. You can have a friend or loved one write something for you and put it in there. When you hit the second lap of the run, it gives you that extra emotional boost to carry you through the rest of the race. That's basically it. The key with special needs bags is that whatever you put in there, you have to put in there knowing that you might not see it again, especially the bike special needs bags. The run special needs bags are right on the run course, so they're pretty easy to access after you're done with the race. The bike special needs bag has to be carted in from off the Beeline Highway, and I've never seen my bike special needs bag after I've done the race. Okay, what does not go in any of your bags? This is really simple. Bike pumps, iPhones, iPods, MP3 players, any sort of music, cameras. Keep all that stuff out of your bags. You're not supposed to race with it anyway, especially music. Please do not wear music while you're racing. If you have any questions about this video or about transitions for Ironman in general, you can email us at getfit@wannatry.com. Also, if you visit our website, we do have a really fantastic transition list, a race day checklist that tells you all the gear that you should thinking about taking when you do your next race. Good luck, Ironman athletes, and I hope to see you on the race course.